cause of the universe, Mother Nature's skies. Ooh, come save your child. Come save your child. I said, come sisters, come and take back your child. This grace.
Hello, good evening, hello, happy Thursday. Welcome everybody. I want to encourage you to please share the podcast today. We have like we always say, we have a very important guest. We have a young man, a young entrepreneur. We want to be able to do all we can to support him, to expose him. He's young. He's like a son to me because he's probably in the age of my kids. He's very young, and he's doing something that is unheard of in a long time, representing Liberia. So I want to welcome all of you to GBC Women with Words this evening. I am solo, going solo. Of course, my name is Glendy Jane Juniors, and I want to welcome you to this edition of the Women with Words show. So we'll do a little bit of housekeeping first before we bring our guests on. Of course, today is Breast Cancer Awareness Day. October 13, 2022 is being celebrated as Breast Cancer Awareness Day. So I wanted to share this first. I'm sure you all remember Mego. A year ago, Meko was on here on the same day, the day that Breast Cancer Awareness was celebrated. Meko was here talking about how she was battling breast cancer. We want you to stick with us because there's a story that's coming up in a few weeks with Meko herself, and you will be amazed to what great things God has done for Meko. We can say that Meko is doing well. She will be coming back after a year in a few weeks to give us some updates on where she's been, what has happened to her, and what's trending. But we first want to say, we remember you, Meko, today. We remember you coming on the show and sharing with us the fact that you are battling breast cancer. And we thank God for you and where you are today. So the entire month of October is dedicated to Meko and to all of our breast cancer survivors. Just a little bit about breast cancer is when you're doing your self-exam. This is the self-exam. When you're doing a self-exam, you want to be able to first stand, study yourself in the mirror, look at your body, look over your head. You want to watch for discharge. You want to lie down and examine your breast, but you stand and then you pop it in a circular motion. Want to encourage you to continue to do that on a monthly basis. But for those of you who are probably up in the age, around my age, it is recommended that you do a mammogram yearly. So I want to encourage you, if you have not done it, to please go and do your mammogram. With any illness or any cancer, early detection is key. And so we want to encourage you to do that. We also have this flyer here, Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Have you had your mammogram this year? Please get checked. We want to encourage you to do that. So please go and get your mammograms done. Like I said, today is October 13, and we're celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness, and we're remembering Meko, who was on the show. Meko was here a year ago, telling us about breast cancer, telling us the steps she's gone through, telling us how she discovered that she had breast cancer, and telling us that she was going to beat breast cancer. And I'm not going to tell you her story, but you want to stick with GBC Women with Words. In a few weeks, I'm so excited. Meko will be on here telling her story. We're hoping that we'll do a live. One of us will probably be there when the story is being told. But we're excited. We're excited for Meko, and we thank God for Meko. For the month of October, there are a few people we want to recognize that's celebrating their birthday. I'm just going to go down the line. Of course, we have Joyce Saka, who celebrated her birthday. Happy birthday, Joyce. We had now I even forgot Tanu Henrys, who celebrated his birthday. Happy birthday, Tanu. We also have Bro Rufus Berry celebrated his birthday. Mawa Bryan celebrated her birthday. A lot of the GBC people were born in October. And then we had Sis Carmel Small, who celebrated her birthday. And Massa, the great Massa Washington, Auntie Massa celebrated her birthday. And last but not the least, Kima Denon celebrated her birthday. We also today celebrated Falancho Bright. Today is her birthday. We'll capture her next week. So to all of you who celebrated your birthday, we want to say happy birthday to you. This week also we celebrated International Day of the Girl Child. I'm a girl child. So I was celebrated, and we celebrated a lot of people. So if you haven't done anything special for your girl child, I want to encourage you to please do something, because this week we celebrated International Day of the Girl Child. During the week, there were a few persons who sent their photos. And of course, this is a postcard. This is the postcard of the week. Let's be aware of breast cancer. And we have all those beautiful ladies there, up there in pink. And one gentleman, I guess the gentleman is one per week. Last week we had one, and that was Lord Burma Blick. And this week we have another one. Come on, men, we got to see you in pink. It's a real men wear pink, right? So we have to see you all in pink. So that's it. Those are the housekeeping items we wanted to do. We want to celebrate you. If this is your first time watching the show, we welcome you. We're excited that you could join us this evening. And we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Of course, the other three people, they're not here today, but I'm here, and we're happy that we could be here. Agata couldn't make it. Michael's not here, and of course, Eva is not here. So if you're on today, before I bring our guests on, I want to encourage you to please share the podcast. You want to hear from this young man. You want to hear how he was able to turn things around for himself. So we're going to take a look at the flyer for our guest today. His name is Mr. Abel Grear. He's a young Liberian shoes designer. So I'm going to be bringing Abel right on so we can start the show. Hello, Abel.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
All right. So let me just go into my colloquial. We can say the book can say Abel or Abel. How they can call you in Liberia?
They call me Abel.
Okay, Abel. Hey, I know that Abel I was saying that, and not the way I want to say it. So Abel, I want to welcome you to GBC, our platform, the Women with World Show. We actually, to those who are watching, I saw a video about Abel, and he makes shoes. And I immediately reached out to him, and then within maybe 2 or 3 hours, somebody else saw it and reached out to Agata. And today Abel is here, and we're excited that he's here. So tell us, who is Abel? Tell us about who you are first, and then we'll go into what you're doing.
Okay. Abel A. Grear. A stand for Abiano. I am a Liberian. I'm 23 years of age. I am a student at the Stebel Polytechnic reading business management, and I'm also a shoe designer. And Abel loves drawing shoes. He loves seeing positive vibes coming from young people, and I'm also a lover of music. Yeah, so that's his whole Abel. Yeah.
So I want to hear about are you an only child? Do you have sisters? Do you have brothers? Tell me about your family.
I have one sister and one brother and one bigger uncle from father's side. Yeah.
Okay. So Abel is 23 years old. He has 2 siblings. He has a brother and a sister and his uncle. Do you live with your parents still in Liberia?
Yeah, my parents are still in Liberia, but
Okay.
I'm not living with them. I'm living on my own.
Yeah, but you're an adult now. You're 23-year-old, my man. You beat man. You beat man. You're 23, man. You baku now. You gotta be on your own. So, folks, if you're just joining us, we're here this evening. We're going to be chatting with Abel Grear. He's a Liberian. Did you hear him? He's a young Liberian. He's 23 years old. He's a Liberian shoes designer. So, tell us, Abel, growing up, did you want to do shoes? How did you get to making shoes?
Yeah, shoes, I can say it been one of my favorite thing because at school during recess, I will always see myself drawing shoes that I haven't seen on people's feet before. I will also see myself sketching some beautiful slingers, and whenever I'm doing that, people will say like this dream is impossible because one, you are not good at chemistry, that's one. Two, where will you get the school from the goal to start doing shoes making? So there was a lot of discouragement from the start, but shoes making has been one of my best things I ever felt like doing when I was little.
Wow. And so, even though people
Yeah,
discourage you, you continue to do it. You didn't give up.
yeah, yeah.
So you're in school. Of course, things are a bit difficult. I don't know your family background, what growing up was for you, but so I'm thinking that you went to your parent mom and say you want to be shoe designer. Did you tell them?
Yeah, I told my mom about it that I wanted to become a shoe designer, but at that time, let's say we have no idea on where for her to start from because like we don't have the school. So she will always say that one day that dream will come to pass. One day you will become who you want to become. So that was only a promise note that one
Okay,
day it will come to pass. Yeah.
all right. So when did you start? I know you started back in school. You said that when you were growing up, you started drawing and stuff. But when did you first start? What was the first shoe that you made, and how did you get to start making shoes?
Yeah. The first shoes I made was the time I first came from Ghana. So after high school, I was started married, reading business management. So at that time, we hosted a program called Assets, where Africans go and do practical on their major on what they are doing. So on my way coming from work at Kumasi, I saw these guys doing shoes at Tech Junction. So I was like, are they doing shoes or repairing shoes?
Mm-hmm.
So I went, I asked him, I said, because no wonder you can call him bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I said, Brox, what's up? He said, fine. So I said, are you guys repairing shoes or doing shoes? The first thing he told me was that this is proud Ghanaian made. So I was like, wow. So that was where
Was that
I
in
got
Ghana or in
more.
Liberia? Was that in Ghana
It
or
was in
Liberia?
Ghana, yeah. It was
Okay.
in Ghana. It was not in Liberia. So it was from Ghana. I got more inspired. It was from Ghana. I knew where to start from. Because back then in Liberia, I didn't. I say I was struggling where to start from because there was no shoes making school, and that inspiration wasn't really there because I was lacking so many things. But when I started doing the shoes in Ghana, I got more inspired. I got more motivated. So back straight then, I asked him, I say, so how can I learn this shoes making?
Hmm.
He said it would take 1 year to learn shoes making. And at the time, I only had around 3 weeks to come back in Liberia. So I said, but I only have 3 weeks. So don't you think that I can try this? He
Hmm.
said, trying this would be like waste of money. Yeah, because 3 weeks time, you cannot learn the shoes making. So at that time, the only money I had on me was 500 United States dollars, which was my last full money. So I called my mom back then at home. I told her, I say, this is the situation on ground. What I wanted to become in life, I've seen it. But then I'm thinking whether I should use this money to start because he said 1 year and be in Ghana, or should I come back and plan better? She said I
Hmm.
should come back and plan better, yeah. But then when she used that wall, come back and plan better, I wasn't feeling cool with it at all because one, I was thinking transport to come back.
You'll be hard.
Two, yeah, two, where I still have this opportunity to see these guys. So I called Stephanie back then at home, my friend Stephanie Madison Duncan. Yeah. So I said, Stephanie, she said, yeah. So I say, this is the situation. The dream I told you about shoe designing, doing shoes in Liberia. I've seen these guys doing the shoes, and he said
Hmm.
it would take me 1 year to learn the shoes. But then I only have 3 weeks in Ghana, and I only have 500, which of course he was charging me 1,000. So she said, I cannot tell you what to do, but you have to follow your heart. One, you have to know whether it's what you really want to do in life, and then pursue it. So turning my back to come back home, the only thing I hear was that pursue it.
Hmm.
So I took the last 500 in my pocket, $60. I gave it to him.
Hmm.
The last full money, my last transportation, everything in that 500,
Wow.
I gave it to him. So I have to move on
Amen. Hold
from
on
Kumasi.
hold on 1 second. I just want
Okay.
I really want this story to go out because I'm here listening to you. I'm already motivated just from what you've just shared. So if you're watching this show, I want to welcome all of you to GBC Women with Words. We're talking with a young entrepreneur. He's telling us how he started making shoes. If you're on here, I want to encourage you to please share this show so that people can gain strength and courage from this young man as young as he was, 23 years old, found himself in Ghana, no money, and he had to make a tough decision on, and that decision that he made has propelled him to where he is today. So I just don't want you hearing the story. I want everybody to share, to hear. If you know a Liberian business person that can help Abel, please, we want to be able to hear his story. We want to motivate him, but we want to support him. So continue. So you're at the place now where you only have $500. You're in
Yeah.
Ghana, you're by yourself, and then you
Yeah.
decide, should I go back to Liberia or should I use this money to follow my dreams?
Sure. So I gave the guy the money. He gave my receipt. So he said the class would be every day. After teaching, I come for class. So every day I have to walk back to my working place, come from there, come at the school, and walk back to go home. But I
Wow.
wasn't feeling that pain. I was feeling more excited. So that I was doing the shoes, I was feeling more excited. So after the 3 weeks, I wasn't still good at the shoes making. So
Hmm.
I came back in Liberia. Yes, came back with some materials and some machines. So I started doing the shoes. But trust me, it was very awful. It was not unique. So when I started to put the fresh shoes outside, people would tell me that the tray is showing this. This is not shoes. This doesn't look like shoes. So then I sat in my corner looking at the shoes. I called Stephanie again, call my mom, who look at the shoes. I said, they have a saying that say that Liberian doesn't do things 100%. So why can't I sacrifice again to go and end the school and become a good shoemaker? She was like, what? So now the only money we have on us here is your fees to go back. So if you say you want to go back Ghana, then mean that you won't be going for school for almost 4 semesters.
Hmm.
So that was a huge decision. Seeing yourself dropping out of college, pursuing something that you don't know whether you will succeed or not. But I
Hmm.
always see myself that I will succeed. Yeah. And whenever it comes to the shoes making, I have that strong feelings on it that this is what I want to do.
Hmm.
Because it was not only about me, it was about bringing proud to Liberia.
Hmm.
I've been in Liberia for 23 years now. And you won't see your child saying, I want to become a shoemaker or I want to become a seamstress
Hmm.
or tailor because they always feel like This position is only for people who was in school, people who don't go to school. So these are the people who will be doing shoes making. So I really wanted to change that perspective, and I wanted to put Liberia on the world market that we still have some good youth in Liberia that can do better.
Hmm.
So Stephanie gave me the go ahead. My mom gave me the go ahead. We use our finance plus my school fee to go back. So then I enrolled at Identity School of Shoes Making
So
in
you left.
Accra.
So hold on. This story I told you, say don't rush with the story. I'm begging you. Don't rush with this story because I am telling you, if there is a young person out there, if you just stumble upon this video, you want to not just stop, you want to watch it to the end and see how this young man, so motivated, who said from way back in elementary that he wanted to be a shoes maker. He didn't want to be doctor. He didn't want to be chemist. He didn't want to be a seamstress. He didn't want to be a lawyer. He wanted to make shoes. And even though he didn't have the finances to start, he stuck with what he wanted to become. So you left Liberia, you went to Ghana, you learned at least 3 weeks, then you left Ghana, went back to Liberia. Now you're back in Ghana. Talk to us.
Yes, back in Ghana where I have to complete the shoes making school in order for me to become a good shoemaker. So I was there filling with the school fees, paying my school fees for shoemaking. So I have to go to school by sharp, let's say 7, come back by 9 o'clock, 9 p.m.,
Hmm.
come home, practice at night, draw at night, practice, go back to school 7. So for that 6 months, that's how we're doing it. Working, practicing, working, practicing. So as you said, not only to be practicing at home or at the school, sometimes I will look at some shoes, challenge it, draw them, do them, and carry it to my teacher. And I think he has been one of the best teachers I've ever seen. He will always tell me
Wow.
that this is not the stage of shoes making. This is not shoes. Go ahead, you can still do it. And he will teach
Wow.
me. He teach me a lot about shoes making. He taught me the value of the customers, everything. So when I came back in Liberia, the first shoes that I brought with me, I brought about 20 pair of shoes from Ghana that I
Wow.
fixed. So when I came back, when I put it on the market, it went fast. So I was like,
Woo.
what? Is this Liberia me going fast? Yeah. So yeah. So before they would used to say Liberia made is it strong or these shoes don't look like
Yes.
shoes. They were saying now, is this Liberia made? Are you
You
sure this
see?
shoe is made in Liberia? Yeah. So I was like, wow. So finally, at least I'm getting on path. Yeah, at least I'm getting on where I want to see myself.
Mm-hmm.
So back in Liberia, doing the shoes, I started on a poach where I'll do my product and sell online. So I told my mom that I needed to be on shop.
Woo.
She contributed. She has been one of my strongest strengths.
Thank you to your mama.
Girlfriends, yeah, my girlfriends, and also Stephanie.
Thank you,
Stephanie
mama.
Duncan,
Thank
she,
you,
yeah,
Stephanie.
Stephanie play a major role. Yeah, she's
So
the
who is this?
co-CEO now.
Who is this Stephanie here that you keep talking about the even here? Who is this Stephanie here?
Yeah, yeah, by the by the grace of God, they say 2023, Stephanie gonna be my wife to be. Yeah,
Woo!
yeah,
A
seriously.
supportive
She,
partner. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much.
yeah, she
You
has
better
really
invite me
been
to that
there.
wedding there. Eva, I'm coming to that wedding. Oh.
Yeah, she been there supporting me, and
Good.
she will
That is
always
so
tell me
good.
the truth. Yeah, so
That's what
this
you
thing on
want.
the shoes. Yeah, sure. So this thing on the shoes isn't good. She will say, "This is not shoes." Yeah, trust you. I know you can do more than this.
Oh wow.
So we started with the shop, started doing it. Customers started coming, but the sourcing of the raw materials it became one of our major
So let me
target
stop you
again.
here. But as you are talking this story, we're already committing to coming to the wedding. But we have Macy Doma. I don't know if you've ever heard about Macy Doma. I like to call her the diva of all makeup. She's a Liberian engineer. She does entrepreneur. She does makeup. She is saying that she will do Stephanie makeup for free for the wedding. For free.
Thank you. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we started in the shop, but getting the material from Ghana or Nigeria, it wasn't easy again. It was another tax.
Mhm.
Yeah, another tax. We have to
So,
finance it.
yeah. So you graduated from the school. Thank you to the
Yeah,
instructor. But in 6 months, you're able to train yourself and start making shoes. And then when you bring it to the market, you have
yeah,
a huge support. So I want
yeah,
to ask you first, tell us if somebody is listening and they want to be able to connect with you, to be able to help you, how can they get to you?
yeah. You can reach me on my WhatsApp, my Facebook page, my email,
Yeah.
and Messenger. Yeah,
Yeah. So, and I also want to say, if you guys, if anybody on here listening, if you want his contact, just let me know. I have his contact. We're not going to leave Abel. We're going to continue to follow him and encourage him. If you know anybody, whatever we can do to support him, we're going to continue to support him because, of course, he's making Liberian made. We want to be able to sell some of his shoes here too. We want to be able
yeah.
to market some of his products. So you have the shop. Where is the shop located?
Bannersfield, Bennett Stuff.
Okay. Banners that to the
So
junction.
no, 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 no.
Ben and
Let's
stop.
say
Where is that?
yeah, Bennett Stuff, right side the CDC office. The
Okay.
sub branch. Yeah.
Okay. So that's where he has his
So
shoes. So if you go in Liberia, go there.
yeah. So
So
in the shop to
go ahead.
starting to source the material. So I called my sister Deconti. She's in the state. She has been a great help to me financially, morally, even said with advice. She would tell me that always know where you are from, keep the integrity, keep focus, and you can make it.
Yeah.
So I
So
called that.
Miss Macy is saying that she's coming to Liberia soon. She will connect with you. What I'll do is you don't want that. You want to make sure, Abel, that you connect with it. I don't call her, oh my, we got a young girl. Make sure you connect with a young girl. She will take you places. She will be able to help you and connect you. So after the show tonight, I will send her your information so you all can connect. So I want us to go through. You have the shop. Materials is difficult. Do you get some materials from in the States? How do you get your materials for your shoe first?
I order my material from Ghana and Nigeria. My teacher
Okay.
is in Ghana. Sometimes I go monthly to buy goods for like 3 months. I will sustain it and use them. But then it has
Okay.
been difficult for transport to come, custom, all those stuff. So we've been on and off, on and off. By the grace of God, we were able to apply for a grant called Growth Acceleration Liberia,
Okay.
hosted by UNDP. We sponsor it, but our campus is the host. So
Okay.
we apply for the grant. We were about, let's say, 200 I applied. They took about 38 applicants in, and they took 14 semi-finalists. By the grace of God, we were part of them. And for the final patient, September 16, by the grace of God, we won, and we're part of those 7 winners.
Woo!
Yeah, so we're able to
Amazing.
win, 40,000 United States dollars from Growth Acceleration Liberia.
My pastor can call
So
it 40,000 United States sanctified Christian dollars.
yeah, so with this grant in the patient, we said it's going to be a great help because this stream is not only about us, Stebel, which is Stephanie and Abel. It's about Liberians. It's about more Liberia.
Yes.
Creating jobs, opportunity, bringing our youth together to tell them that you can make it in life no matter what. Creating jobs, opportunity for people with disabilities. Because you will find out that most of the disabled people in Liberia, they hardly get food. They don't have job because they are disabled. But then the question comes to mind, if you lack your food, can you still use your hands? You can use
Yes.
your hands. Instead, bro, we can allow you to use your hands. Even if your hands is lost, Can you say use your mouth to do marketing, to talk to somebody? We just want to fit them in somewhere that they can make life and earn money in order to be able to feed their family.
Amen.
It's about creating space for Liberians because you find out that there is a lot of lack of space. You see youth going wayward. It's not only about jobs, it's about you get up in the morning seeing yourself as a gentleman, nothing to do. So it leads to doing so many things. But with Stebel Classic shoes, we are trying our best in order to empower youth, empower women, and empower people with disabilities.
So,
So
so
with this grant,
no, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So with this grant, we will build our factory and buy machines that we're going to do mass production, and we'll
Wow.
also be creating job opportunity for about 10% yet that we can start with
Mhm.
something good that they will be paid with. Yeah. So this is where
Wow.
we want to start from with this grant. Yeah.
Wow. So I also want to say if you I know you say you get your products from Ghana and Nigeria. That's a good thing because you also creating business for Ghana and Nigeria, buying their products back and forth. Your sister is here. If you had a list of things that you need for the shoe stuff, please don't send the list to me. I will post it. If people want to make a donation or want to send anything to you, they can definitely send it to you. We want to make sure since Macy, I'll connect you with him so that you can help him to get connected with some people to be able to get some grant. But whatever things you need, make a list of
Yeah.
them. We will post it. We want to be able to support you. We want to be able to help you. We also want to be able to help you accomplish your dream because you didn't give up. From
Yeah.
from a child, you wanted to do shoes making, and here you are today making and selling shoes. But what I'm hearing from you is what is most important is that you are doing it for Liberia.
Yeah.
That is so patriotic because you gotta say, you know what, I would just go stay in Ghana and make shoes there. But you came
Yeah.
back home. Thanks to your mom, thanks to Stephanie. So I'm gonna show some of his products for those of you who's just watching. I've been talking to Abel Grear, our young Liberian shoes designer. He makes them himself, he designs them, and he sells them in Liberia. I am so excited. So before I start showing your shoes to the people, if there are people here in the States that wanted to get shoes, how will we get it?
Yet, like for the first 20 pair of shoes that I've imported in America to my auntie, the, she's known as Pressure Harriet. She sells them there for me. So, but then, for people to get shoes at that side have been very difficult because you have to partially shipping, DHL stuff, and this, that, but if you able to partially all those price, all
So they
those,
got other way you can do it. You get somebody coming to Liberia, they can bring a suitcase. You pay for the
yeah,
suitcase, they can bring a suitcase. We gotta go through all that one. So if you
yeah,
got
so,
shoes that you want to sell, and and someone is coming, we'll connect where we can bring the shoes and we can be able to help you, or we can connect with your aunt Precious to be able because we want to be able to promote you and promote Liberian business also. That's the most important thing. So I want to show, yes, we want to start buying Gucci shoes and start buying. What's the name of your shop?
Stebel classic shoes.
Stebel Classic Shoes. So let me start showing you all some of the shoes. I don't. Did you make these slippers?
Yeah, yeah. These are Stebel products.
See how they're neatly done. Neatly done. No need for you to go buy slippers from other countries. We have Abel in Liberia. He's making the same kind of shoes that we buy from Kenya and Tanzania. Is right here, made in Liberia. This is another pair of slippers made in Liberia. This is from Abel. He's making shoes in Liberia. This is another one of his shoes. Can you imagine? Look how it's neatly threaded. Look at this. This is so neat. Anybody who wants GBC and you're living in Liberia, please don't go to no school. Just promote this young man. The man wants to open factories. This is another pair of, can you imagine this? Made in, I just want to see the label. I want to see the made in Liberia label. Made in Liberia. Look at these shoes. Can you believe that this young man made these shoes in Liberia? This is another beautiful pair. This one, they kind of shooting the president like, president, like, Prezzo, you gotta promote this guy. You gotta get some Abel shoe, Prezzo. And I see Prezzo wearing this slipper here. This is made in Liberia. Shoes made in Liberia. I'm gonna go back again. Let me see if I posted any, if I have any more. These are just some of the shoes that he's made that I had to. Yes, I'll ask him, Maisie. Look at this, and this, and this. So these are some of the shoes that Abel has made. So Macy is asking, do you accept recycled shoes? Because another thing, Happy, we can collect all shoes and send it to you and you fix them. Can you do that? Is that something you do?
That one too, we call it repair, which of course we do repair, but with you doing repair, you have some machines you have to use because there are different brand of shoes in which they are they have been worked on. Some shoes have thread on it that you have to repair and do that same sewing on it. So now we don't have those machines to do them. So that's why as Stebel, we only do our own repair shoes and produce our own shoes.
Okay.
Because doing somebody repair shoes, they have to be satisfied. And you have to do it exactly how it was.
So if you were, so the other part of the question she's asking is, if you can't repair the shoe, can you use the material?
So it's on twofold. If the leather is still good and the down on is spoiled, we can create different down for you.
Okay.
But sometimes based on the style and model of the shape of the shoes. Like maybe for my last, because the last help you to get the shape, the size of the shoes. So let's say you have a size for the two shoes from America, but the shape or the size might be different from mine or for the two. So that's the problem there.
Okay.
So not all shape and size have the same.
Yeah. But what we want to do is, I want to make sure make sure at the end of the show or sometime tomorrow, please send us the list of materials that you need for shoemaking so we can see what we can do to assist you. Now, if I wanted a pair of slippers from you, I don't live in Liberia, right? Is how much will a pair? How much and how much on the minimum does a pair of shoe cost?
For Liberia, it costs $30.
$30,
For
30
shoes.
US.
Yeah.
Can you
30
imagine
USD.
30 US dollar to wear Liberia made? While we're here spending 50, 60, 100, 200, 300. Listen, Abel, I'm gonna put in my order for my shoes. I want to be able to wear Abel shoes to work, wear it to church, wear it to all my walkable places. It's amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
Amazing. I will connect you with my son in Liberia so that he can come to you so we can order some shoes. I want to wear and I want to just look at the main Liberia, but want to encourage you. Anybody out there who's listening to you, like any young person who is listening to you right now, who's at a point of giving up on their dream, what would you say to them?
Yeah, one thing I always say to my fellow youth is that life is a seed. Whatsoever thing you sow and you reap. Before a plant grow, the seed first have to die. Meaning that you have to die and get used to that soil. They say stick in the soil before you can start growing. When you grow, it takes time before you can start bearing fruits. So in order for you to reach the world market, in order for you to be successful, it's not easy. But you have to keep focused. Keep focus, number one. Two, have integrity. Because most things people ask me is that I hope you are not like other Liberian. We'll give you the money, use the money to go to Dubai or you travel. I say no. We are not like that. So Every young person who want to pursue your dream, you have to be focused. Number one, you have to know your goal. You have to stick to what you want to do. There will be a lot of temptation. There will be a lot of torment. It's part of life. Negative have to come before positive vibes come in. So you have to work on it and use your failure as a stepping stone to learn from. I always use my failure to use it as a stepping stone to my success. So many times I've been rejected, people don't want to invest, but I don't see it like something where it's compulsory. I always tell myself that nobody is supposed to support you in life, nobody owe you anything. You need to make yourself successful. Failure help you to learn, failure make you stronger.
Mm.
Yeah. So you need to be focused and always keep God first. Yeah. And before I can get you, I also want to thank my dad, Joshua Riches. He has been a strong motivator to me. Actually, he straight sometimes we don't actually pull board. Yes, he always tell me that you as a man, you have to know what you want in life.
Yes.
Yeah, I've skipped that word in my head and kept it as my life breath of strength that I should know what I want. I shouldn't follow people path like because they are doing this, I want to do this. No. You say like that, you won't be successful. You have to know why you want and what is the essence of God creating you.
Mm.
Because everyone on this life have specific goal that God have given you. Don't see because they are paying doctors like plenty amount of money, so you want to become doctor. First ask yourself, why was I made for? What are some of the problems that God created me to solve? That have always been my biggest question. What is it I can solve in Mama Liberia to bring proud of them? It's not only about me, it's about our country. It's about the image that have been created outside.
Mm.
People feel like nothing good can come out of Liberia. And that's not true. We
It's not
have so
true.
many clever Liberians, but the thing is
Yeah.
that they cannot come back in the country because there is no support. One, there is no, let's say, motivation. You get up and you see a lot of negative vibes around you. But keep yourself focused. You always be the one to create those positive vibes. Nobody should be a change squad apart from you. It will first start from you.
Mm.
Everything you do start from you. So yeah, I think one of my strongest things. I'm also happy that I can see my mom, Stephanie, my dad, they are standing by me. I'm so happy. Some people don't have those opportunities to see family people standing by them, but I'm so happy that I have them with me. Yeah. So
Abel,
whenever I want to give it up.
I am so proud of you. I want to congratulate you, congratulate your parents. They raised a strong man. And I can say, Stephanie, you get cool husband, man. You must stand a rabbi in what you say.
Yeah.
Stephanie, make sure you won't say, but some after the show, I want to be able to connect with your aunt, Precious,
Okay.
because I have people already asking about where does Precious live, where are the shoes. Some people want to purchase some of them. So if I want to connect with Precious so that if she still has the shoes, we can put it on the page and start selling, helping to sell the shoes. But I am telling you, my son is going to connect with you. I want every color in every shoe I can get. I like plenty of high shoes, something good, something comfortable that I can wear. But I just want to be able. And to those of you watching and listening to us, this has been a very interesting hour talking to this young entrepreneur who did not give up on his dream. From a child, he wanted to be a shoemaker. He's a designer and he's a shoemaker. So I know that you've been able to employ some people. Are you
Yeah.
also in the business of teaching people on how to have you
Yes.
because you're a young man doing it? I'm sure there have been some people interested now in wanting to make shoes. Tell us about that.
Yeah. When I first started, I started with 10 youth that I was training, but five dropped out of the way because when I see that you don't want to take this important, you don't want to take this dream that I sacrificed for important, then I see it as a negative vibe that You cannot go along with me. Yeah. Those who should go along with you is people who see success than people who see failure. So out of the 10, we have 5 employees that have been trained into shoes making that are with me now. And we are taking on creating Stebel classes shoes, school of shoes making. Yeah. Wherein we will train our own employees the way how Stebel classes shoes do their shoes. Yeah, that we
Wow.
can train them into shoes making and employ them. So it's not only being taught with our no material, but then you will also be employed within the company.
So you gotta try and make a shoe for the Prezzo though. So that I'm telling Prezzo wear those slippers so that Prezzo can buy some of these shoes because you know Prezzo let bluffing business. Not
Yeah,
the our Prezzo let the bluff. So imagine, I'm sure Prezzo got tailors in Liberia that make his clothes. Imagine him wearing shoes from a Liberian designer who made shoes. That is amazing. There's also this guy, this young man, he designs clothes that I know in Canada. I'm gonna see how we can connect you with him so that as he's making his suits and bows for wedding, he can also contract with you to make shoes so people can start wearing your shoes. But Abel,
yeah,
I am so impressed by you. What are some of the challenges? So aside from you saying in the beginning when you started, people say, "Oh, you know, you won't be shoemaker, you won't be doctor, you won't go be shoemaker." Now that you're a shoemaker, what are you hearing from Liberians? What are some of the comments you hear from them?
yeah. Like for now, where where I base, I've been getting some positive results from them that wow, you stood your ground and they have they have already been telling me that like I remember before coming Uganda, 10% coming that they needed shoes to wear on wedding, but then that oh no, for now we are out of stock because that have been most of our major challenge
Mhm.
to really meet our customer needs have been one of our major challenge because the material they are not enough, they are limited. So sometimes we sell and there is no product left in order for us to do some customer shoes. So
Go
we have
ahead.
been getting good results from customers. We have been getting some good vibes, but some of the negative vibes that have been coming is that to be factory is not easy. Yeah, so
Mhm.
since it's ain't easy now, yeah, it gives me strength to make it look easy. Yeah.
Yes.
When they tell me something this can happen, it gives me strength to work on it to tell you that it can happen. So now their thought is that to pay factory is not easy. To pay workers is not easy. So
Yeah. So
I think I have to
the
stand there
first
and make
time
it
was
easy.
like, yeah, the first time it was like, you won't go do shoe, that shoemaker you won't be. Now you start making the shoe now and say you finish making shoe now. They ain't want to say thank you or congratulate you. Now they're saying that factory you will get money to build factory, but knowing you and hearing from you, I'm sure nothing can discourage you from being what you want to be. It just shows who you are. You are a motivator. I'm sure there are a lot of people, young people that you've been motivating. They can see you now, and you're self-sufficient. You have your own business. I'm sure your parents are very, very, very proud of who you are and what you've
Yeah.
done. What you've done. Um, so if there's a young girl or a young boy out there and they may not have your parents who encouraged you, what would you say to them if they wanted to make shoes? What would you tell them if they have people discouraging them?
Yeah. What I would tell them is that is this who you want to be? That's the first question. If that's what you want to be your big supporter. Always know that there'll be a lot of challenges your way. But when challenges come, at the end, you should know that there's a success. So I always feel happy as a person to face challenges because I know with after all the hardship, after all the torment, then reach my success. So you as a young person, I want to do a shoes making and you don't have that family support like me, I will tell you that trust in God and trust in yourself. Yeah. trust in God and trust in yourself that you can be successful.
Yeah. And are you still in contact with your teacher?
Yeah, I'm still in contact with my teacher. We have already been
Okay.
keeping a connection. And most of my page you will see on it at these shoes, you will always tell me, proud student, you always tell me that I've never seen a Liberian like you so determined. You told me that you can do this. And of course, you are hating the market, you are pursuing it, you are pressurizing every struggle that comes your way. You are
Um,
seeing where you want to be, and then you are making some impact in life.
all right. So before we go, Abel, I want you to just walk us through the process on what you had to do when you made these slippers. Just talk to us. Tell us what you had to do first making these slippers.
Okay, so in order to do this half shoes, is known as half shoes. This is size 39. So you first put your paper tape on it where we do the drawing from. You sketch the design on how you want it to be. Then you create into blueprint we call pattern. From the pattern, you place it on the letter, mark it, cut the letter, join the letter together, sew them. After sewing them, you apply the lining to it. The inside part you see look white or gray. You sew it to it. Then the insole, we have leather insole and we have rubber. This one is comfort. It creates comfort that when you step on the ground, you won't feel the pressure from the rock or the stone you step on to your feet. So it creates comfort. So it's known as the insole. So we attach the insole to the last and begin to last these shoes, these half shoes. So after it has been last, then you carry to the grinding machine to smooth around the edge of the leather. You smooth under it. Then you grade your down. Where you see that black is the down. You grade your down and attach it to the heels. So when it has been attached, the heels and down and the wet around it is attached. Then you place your leather into the shoes down. After then you place it on the pressure machine to stick them both together. You have already been placed on the leather and inside of the down. So you carry to the pressure machine, you press them both together, you can tie them together. When after some period of time, you move it from there and then it becomes a shoes. Hello?
Just before we end the show, these shoes were made by Abel. This is another one of his products. Here's another one, and here's another one, and these are slippers. And what he's saying is that a pair of shoes can cost $30. It's not expensive. We can afford it. And even if you just wanted to buy just a pair of shoes, reach out to me. We'll connect with Abel. Make sure you send your size. We want to be able to encourage him to promote him. This is a 23-year-old young man who could have done everything bad, anything bad, who couldn't have been here today, but he decided to stick with his dream that he wanted to make be a shoemaker, and he has now become a successful shoemaker. So we want to promote him. Like I said, April, I'm going to connect. My son will connect with you. We'll get some shoes from you. After the show, please send me Auntie Precious number so we can connect with her and see how we can be able to get your products here. But also, I want a list of things that you need to make shoes. But sometimes people can just easily donate to be able to help you. We'll continue to follow you in your line of business. Congratulations. We are proud of you, wherever we can connect you to. If anybody from the Liberian government watching, please connect Abel to the person. Let him start making person shoes. That person were made in Liberia. Whoever we can send this video to, we'll send it to them because you're right in Liberia. We want to do all we can to promote you and your business. And like I said, If you need anything from us on this platform, you need to promote your part of the platform now. Anytime you're working on anything, just send it, share it. We will share it. We'll continue to follow you. I will connect you with Maisie Thomas, and she's in Liberia. She can follow you and also introduce you to some people because Maisie Thomas are the big people. So, so she can be able to introduce you. Okay, before we leave, do you have any closing comments, Abel? Anything you want to say to anybody out there, or just in closing?
Yeah, just want to say a big thank you to your organization and also to our customers who have been trusting in our brand. And also a big thank you to Growth Acceleration Liberia who was able to give us this grant. And we also want to say a big thank you to our silent supporters and our fans who are out there who want to see Liberia go forward. We want to say a big thank you to every one of you. Without your support, we wouldn't have been here. Without your support, there would have been Stebel Classic shoes. So we just want to say a big thank you to you, and also a big thank you to my family, my team at Stebel, and a big thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Abel. Thank you so much for taking up the time. And this young man is a serious young man. Imagine there's a time difference where Abel is. There's a 6 hours time difference, and he was still able to make the show and come on because he's a man of his word. I want to thank you. We'll continue to follow you. We'll continue to encourage you and make some connections for you. All the best. And Stephanie, you got a good man. All right, Abel. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear. Bye-bye. Oh, that is amazing. That was amazing. Amazing young man. Can you imagine? So many things he could have been involved in, so many wrong things he could have done. But he stuck with his dream to become a shoemaker. He designs them. You heard him talking. He sews them. He makes his own shoes. And this is something he started when he was a child, grade school. He used to draw sneakers. He used to draw shoes. And then he was able to, I think, go to a shop one day and ask people how they started making shoes and whether the shoes were made in Ghana. And they said yes. And that's where he started. He had his money. He had 3 weeks, was in Ghana, had 3 weeks to remain there. And he had a choice of either coming to Liberia or using all his money to start getting the training as a shoemaker. And he made that decision to start making shoes or to go to the school. And he had 3 weeks, used up his $500, was able to get some training, went back. He still wasn't there yet. Instructor still told him he needed to do something. Then he went back to Liberia and was able to go back to Ghana and to get trained. So this is not a novice. This is somebody who knew what he wanted to do and who acquired the knowledge he needed to be a professional shoemaker. So he went to school, he graduated as a shoemaker from a school in Ghana. He's now making shoes. He said the first 20 pairs of shoes he made in Liberia, and he was able to sell it like that. Imagine yourself as a Liberian wearing a shoes made in Liberia with the label made in Liberia. I'm sure all of us on here can want to do that. We'll want to encourage him by committing to buying a pair of shoes. I'm going to connect with his aunt here who has the shoes. I will personally connect with her, see how we can share it, see how we can connect you to her. There's nothing more than for us as adults or as a people of Liberia. There's nothing better than to encourage a young Liberian person in their line of dream. And he stuck with it. He thanked his mom, he thanked his dad for the support, and he thanked his girlfriend, Stephanie, for allowing them to use their finances so that he can better himself for them tomorrow. I am so proud of Abel. And we're going to do everything behind the scenes. I'm going to connect with Macy. Everybody out here watching, we're going to do everything we can to help Abel. Now he has been able to get a grant. He wants to build a factory of making shoes in Liberia. These are the good stories we like to tell. Yes, we like to tell the bad stories too. But these are some of the good stories that resonates well when you see Liberians doing better. And he's done better. Congratulations to Abel and his family. We have our own shoemaker in Liberia. Imagine, look at this. Just look at this. We don't have to buy shoes from Kenya or other African countries. Made in Liberia. Look at this. Just look at this. Made in Liberia. Look at this. Look at this here. And this. And this. I am amazed. I am amazed that we have a young man who's now making shoes in Liberia. So we're gonna end that segment. We're gonna go now to my May segment. Everyday quotes for daily living. And the one that I picked up today, it reads. This is my May quotes. It reads. You ready? Do not. I want to talk to one because when I read it, I said, "Whoa, mommy, whoa!" This is the one that it says, Maisie, you ready? It says, "Do not be an ice cooler for a man. Whenever he's hot, he comes to you to cool him off." Let me read it again. Let me say no. That mommy. Do not be a ice cooler for a man. Whenever he's hot, he comes to you to cool him off. Y'all know what I mean. Don't be ice cooler. That man ain't got your tongue. He ain't looking at you. He ain't want to know who you are. But by the time he can, he say, my mate said, don't do that. Don't be nobody ice cooler, man. He can be his own refrigerator. You ain't got to be an ice cooler. He can be his own refrigerator, and that's the quotes from Mommy. And we every Thursday we read a quote from Mommy, and this is what she's saying today: do not be an ice cooler for a man, so that whenever he's hot, he comes to you to cool him off. Don't be ice cooler, don't be freezer, don't be refrigerator, don't be S-Boss. Don't be any of those things. Just be you. Let him respect you and love you. Okay, we're almost at the end of the show today. We have a special show. But before I say, there's two things we're trying to promote and get people to vote to on our page here. VMA nomination ballot. Please go and vote. Let me remove this so that you all can see. Please go and vote for Louise Mayers. This is something that we're helping to promote on the GBC page. Go and vote for her. She has a beauty salon in Minneapolis, and she has been nominated at the VMA nomination awards. So please go and vote for her. We're also promoting, hold on one second. We're also promoting Cyrus the Shield. Boston Music has nominated, and Cyrus the Shield is a Liberian. Another good story about Liberia. He's a Liberian artist. We've interviewed him here before. He has been nominated by the Boston Music as the R&B Artist of the Year. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And all you have to do is to go and vote. Go and vote. We have this on the page. If you have trouble voting, go and vote. Let Cyrus win this thing. And let it be said that a Liberian now is the R&B singer, artist of the year. The voting ends on December 13th, so you still have time to vote. So on our page, we've been promoting this for Sarah and Lois, and want to encourage all of you on here to please go and vote for these two people. You're not paying any money to vote. All you're doing is giving them your 1 vote, 2 vote, 3 vote. You can vote many times. If you have many devices, you can vote for them, or encourage your family, or encourage your children. Their win is our pride. Their win is our joy. Their win is a publicity for our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing that Liberia, that you now have an artist for Liberia who won the R&B Singer of the Year and at the Boston Music. That's big. That's huge. Sarah Dizil is also working on a project right now to be the one to recreate Liberian Girl that was sung by Michael Jackson. He should be coming on the show again to tell us some more about it. But we want to be able to celebrate Liberia. And this is how we do it. We will blast when we go wrong. We will say the things that we need to say when we need to say it. But we will promote everything Liberia. Everything that's good, Liberia will promote it. On Saturday, we have an extra show. And usually we have special shows on Saturday for people who may not have the time to come on at night, the time difference may be difficult, or they wanted an interview and we needed to promote them. We'll do an extra show. So this Saturday, this lady is a phenomenal Liberian woman. Hold on. I want to make sure I tag her here so she can see, she can hear this. This lady here, the guest on Saturday, that big woman. Y'all hold on here. That big woman here on Saturday. So on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have our own movie director, our Liberian movie producer. I can't even talk. Movie producer, movie presenter, movie manager. Our very own is going to be here being interviewed by us. What an honor for us to be able to interview Carter Davis herself. Carter Davis herself will be here on Saturday on GBC, Liberian movies producer. She will be here on Saturday. We're excited about this. We're going to promote it starting tomorrow. She has a new set of movies coming up, and it's going to be starting November 18, I believe. But she's going to be telling us all about the show. Don't quote me on the date, but we're excited about Carter. We've been following Carter for a while, trying to get her to connect. I want to say thank you to my niece at Morovia Lounge. She did the last, Chef Red, she did the last finishing touches for us to be able to promote Carter, and we're going to be promoting her tomorrow and promoting her work on GBC going forward. We're excited to have another young Liberian movie producer, presenter, maker, director, Carter Davis. Carter Davis will be here on Saturday. We're looking forward to talking to her about what she's doing, so you can start watching Liberian movies and leave the other ones alone. I ain't trying to cut nobody from their promotions, but hey, we got Liberian movies. We got to watch Liberian movies and promote Liberian movies just like we promote other shows. So I think this is it for today. We've come to the end of the show. Of course, today I missed my co-host them, but hey, got to do what we got to do. But I'm sure they're here in spirit, and I could feel their presence. But hey, we had a good show. Thank you for sticking with us. Don't forget, come back on Saturday so we can hear all that Carter has to say. All right? Until Saturday, not Thursday. Until Saturday, we want to promote the show for Saturday first, and then come Monday, we're going to promote the guests for next week, Thursday. But on Saturday, we have another show at 3 p.m., and that is with the beautiful Cotto Davis. She's going to be telling us all about a new series of Liberian movies that she has produced. Thank you, folks, for watching. See you on Saturday.